We're back, everyone. We're back. And you'll never guess. Did I write it on the slide? Didn't I?
You did.
Well,
you
then
did.
that's not a plot twist at all.
So, moving along. So this is the Netherlands train station.
Yes. This was back in Rotterdam.
Look how beautiful.
Ooh.
It is beautiful. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful.
Look how beautiful. Is this somebody? Who's that?
Is that me?
Might be. You'll never know.
I don't think that's me.
That's probably not you. I was trying to take a picture of you, and I couldn't find you. Because it's a wide shot.
It's a pretty wide shot.
But that was me taking a picture. Trying to find the Julia. Because I'm like, why is that not Julia?
I don't know. Is that me? I'm just kidding. Okay, moving on. So
as a reminder, we were here. We're going here. There's more than one Frankfurt in Germany. The last time I told the story about Frankfurt, they were like, which Frankfurt? And I'm like, okay, so this one.
So it's this one. That's why it's the Frankfurt.
Maine.
Maine.
Maine is the river. We can see the river right by here. We'll even move our heads. That's the river.
There's the river.
Ta-da! Okay, and that's the giant station.
That's the giant train station. Another really, really cool train station.
Fantastic.
It was so bustling inside, we didn't really have a chance to stop and take a picture.
We came back in a couple times, but every time it was just chaos.
It's
like being right next to a mall that was always busy.
It's just always busy. So anyway.
This is our hotel.
So we did stay at a Comfort Inn away, and it didn't feel any different. They were very nice. The concierges, we were greeted with a very nice gentleman, and he was very cute. The first thing he did was apologize for the semi-rough neighborhood that we are in.
He was serious.
He was serious. Like this is a rough neighborhood. I mean,
for him,
sure it was. For us,
Americans,
that we just kind of came from Brooklyn, and
we mentioned that.
So, and we had mentioned we had come from Brooklyn and America and New York and everything like that. So he just kind of laughed. His eyes got a little big, and
he was like,
"Never mind." And I was like, "Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
You guys know rough."
Yeah. Also, can we talk about the weirdest elevator ever? So,
yeah, it was a very weird elevator.
I've been in elevators that have two doors, right? There's like one in the front and one in the back. No. This had elevators on two sides, like an L shape.
Yeah.
So
not in the front of you, not in the back of you, but in the front and then to the side.
Right.
It was really interesting.
I was always turned around, like you're waiting for the door to open, and then like it opens beside you, and you're like,
so it's like the one part of the L it faces the lobby, and then the doors open out to the rooms. It was just very odd, but they had an elevator
L-shaped.
Our luggage actually fit in with us.
So we gotta talk about German food. This
my gosh,
Der Bull.
So this was a restaurant that was literally right around the corner of our hotel. It was our first meal. We were starving. We had just checked in. We're like, tell us where to get food. The front desk guy recommended this place. We walked around the corner and indulged.
So where are hamburgers from, Julia?
Where are hamburgers from? I mean, there is another city in Germany
You mean
called
Hamburg?
Hamburg.
Right.
And we're in Frankfurt, so
yeah.
I believe hamburgers might have come from
Is that a beer?
Germany.
Did you get a beer? Is that from Germany too? They invented all these things.
We might have gotten a beer and a Coke. And because
they didn't invent Coke.
It was a very yummy day. And their burgers were ginormous. We didn't even need fries. Okay, moving on.
What time of the year is this? So remember, we already had St. Patrick's Day.
So, yes. So, obviously, this is Easter time. So, this was interesting that I wanted to take pictures of eggs, not in refrigerators. And
we may have mentioned that a few cities ago, but
pre-dyed.
They already dye them. They already dye them. This is how you buy them.
This is a thing.
Yeah.
You don't dye it yourself.
I mean, I guess you can.
I mean, maybe you do.
But
boom.
I've never seen, except for plastic eggs.
Yeah.
Just sitting out here, out in the open like this.
And remember, those are euros y'all looking at. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of euros, isn't that cool? This is just in one of the parks.
Yes.
It's the euro sign.
Yes.
In
our hotel, we were right smack dab in a really, really busy, I would say it wasn't really slummy at all. I think it was an immigrant kind of a city.
Yes, it was an immigrant
It was
community.
an immigrant community, poor,
and
but it
people
wasn't.
think poor means rough, and
No,
I have a
and
lot
it
of
really,
opinions.
but it really wasn't. It was a very nice
Look,
neighborhood.
watch The Purge, and you know which neighborhoods to avoid. That's all I'm saying.
The people were very nice. The immigrants in the neighborhood were very nice. They were all willing to give us directions and talk to us.
Yep.
And we were like, "Where's a good place to hang out?"
Everybody spoke English.
Yeah,
I attempted German.
A
few times.
You didn't do too bad. But anyway,
Ich spreche kleinen Deutsch.
So this is a fun park we saw, and of course all the cool architecture in the background. Look at all that cool architecture.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
I was wandering the streets one day, and this is a map of the world for kids. It says that, but anyway. And then I zoomed in on the part that is Hawaii, up in... I can't point to it. You can't see my fingers. It's over here. This is Hawaii, if you... And I was very amused, so yeah. I had to take a picture of it.
We were right next to the
Now, this is
sign.
a level of obsession that we don't do in America. You might guess green glass, brown glass, white glass. They're serious. Don't do it wrong.
Recycling seems to be nationwide and is as an ideal.
Yes.
Not just a certain cities,
you start to
big
get a
cities.
feeling after a few cities like this that it's really that we're just behind in America. Oh, let's talk about food.
Let's talk about food. So the neighborhood we were in is an Afghani immigrant neighborhood.
Yep.
And so one of the supermarkets we went to was an Afghani supermarket.
Fantastic.
And we're always looking for food, but we also have to remember we have to buy food that can not be in a fridge or that we can travel with.
This time we had no fridge.
So one of the things they had was this dessert, which is like a nougat.
I don't remember the name of it. I didn't remember the name of it then. Like, to be fair, they said it, and I'm like...
I recognized words like pistachios and rose water and, lots of sugar, and it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. And huge. Like, this circle might look small, but it's big. Like, it's a big circle.
Yeah, my hand is not as big as it.
Yeah.
Just to be clear. And there's two of them. You can... So this is one, the top, and you can see the edge of the second one. You separate them.
We basically had dessert every day. Yeah. And we got a little bit of dessert every day, so
because
it was nice.
we were eating so much dessert, why not just have some fried chicken? Which is also from, like, an Asian restaurant.
Yeah, it was, I think they were in, like, Indian, and that was their shop. Well, fried chicken place. Makes sense. No burgers.
We did learn something about Middle Easterners, because, boy, is there a difference between Afghani Middle Easterners and Saudi.
Oh, the rich versus the poor. I think we've had this little rant before, but this is kind of where it stems from, because we got to actually sit down and have conversations with people. Yes. This is why it was an accident for us that to be in a immigrant neighborhood, but we love learning about and
all the cultures
and asking people about their food and their home and their culture, and they love it too.
Yeah.
They like learning about Hawaii. Oh, yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So we trade stories. Absolutely. So this is the main. This is part of the main.
No, that's the river.
The river.
So let's just look around town. We're just kind of wandering around. Isn't this all beautiful?
So this is below the bridge, right up to the.
There's like
the foot of the river.
I guess you could say a boardwalky area. Yeah. Just kind of the river walk, depending on which city, what we call it.
Sure, beautiful stuff.
Pretty.
Beautiful stuff.
And just to give you an idea of where the heck we are, our hotel's over here. Right, there's the train station.
There's the train station and the hotel.
And these last few pictures have been kind of over here.
Yeah, kind of like on the little boardwalk on the bottom part.
This is the Stadt Museum.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Stadt Museum.
And there's a big street here, and that's going to matter because we're going to go overlook that for a second.
Yes.
And then this is a bridge. A giant
very
bridge.
Cool bridge. You know, you guys, we love our bridges. We've expressed our love of bridges before.
Right? And this is the Stadt Museum. You like that?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Yes, and that's the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, remember that point I pointed to on the map?
Yes.
This is there.
So they have a really, really, really cool flea market.
I didn't
quite
see any fleas there,
remember
actually. No
how
fleas for set. Oh, is that funny? That
how
was good.
often they do it. But we were very lucky, and the day we had decided to wander around was when
Surprise!
we
We
saw
did
it.
a lot
It
of
was like,
surprise
"Ooh,"
things where
I
it's just
know.
like,
we've been very
well,
lucky
we've been
in
very
our
lucky.
in our travels, I think.
So
So anyway, so yeah, we stumbled upon this really cool flea market. They had a lot of food trucks and everything like that, and of course, we had to get
yeah,
actual Frankfurters.
yep, and schnitzel,
And I think Daniel
actually,
got
it's
the
a currywurst. I think
yeah.
is what I got.
Daniel got the currywurst because
Right.
everybody does the curry,
Yeah.
and I got like a kind of a traditional just bratwurst.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we shared them. Let's not make it
oh
like...
my goodness!
So don't think about,
This is what hot dogs came
and
from,
what they're supposed to taste
and I
like.
feel like somewhere along the way we forgot what
Yep.
Frankfurters and hot dogs are supposed to
I mean-
be. These were delicious.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! I can't talk
And
about it
plot
enough.
twist, the drinks
Yeah.
are both carbonated, so I just suffered.
Yeah.
For those of you who know me, I hate carbonation, so that was great. I'm like, oh well, my mouth.
Because we were looking for an apple juice, and this is something that they had everywhere. It was very common, but apparently it's a bottle of apple juice, but it's sparkling.
Yes.
So
Surprise. Whatever. So this is me.
Oh, well, so this whole row. So one side you had. Should I go back just 1 second, honey?
Yeah.
You had all the vendors there on one side
Of the street.
of the street. On the opposite side of the street, it was a whole row of museums.
Right.
Various museums of
This is
different.
communication
yeah.
and information kind of stuff.
They-
And that museum wasn't free.
They
so-
weren't free.
No.
None of them
We
were
did not,
free.
no.
So we got to go in, take some pictures of the lobby.
We thought about
take
buying
some-
things, but
yeah,
the
we-
postcards were 1 million euros.
It was a little pricey.
We're also a little broke. So.
Yeah, especially by this point. So more of the
Sorry.
river. No, keep going. More of the river there.
His name is Frank.
Yes, and he's
Because-
saying hello.
Yeah, because it's
He's saying
Frankfurt.
hello. So, really quick, go back a couple of pictures there, honey. One.
Oh,
Okay,
specifically two.
so if anybody can see how a little nicely or maintained this side of the river was compared to the side
Oh, I see
where
what you're getting at.
where we stayed at.
Yeah.
So teeny bit of a
Yeah, there's
a rant. I think this was a place where it really surprised me as far as culture shock to see a literal divide between
Yeah.
rich and poor.
We talk about the other side of the railroad tracks. It's a bridge.
This
in
one's a
case.
bridge and a river, and it's literally one side is kind of the rough, not really cared
Yep,
for.
If you just went across one street and just kept walking all the way to the station, you would just see the cost of rent just drop, and if you go the other way, it just goes through.
So, and it was something
Julie's trying to
that
scoot away from the frame.
it was something that just
Slowly, she's
it
out of the picture.
surprised me a little bit. So that was a little bit of a learning
Anyway,
moment.
that's
Learning
Frank.
moment. Yes, Frank. Back to Frank.
Because he's Frankfurt, right? He's a little bird hanging out in
Oh,
Frankfurt.
Frankenfurter. Yes. This was really good. We were at a restaurant, weren't we?
This is an actual restaurant.
Yeah, we sat. We were just wandering, and we found a restaurant. We sat down, and it's basically chicken. That's chicken, right?
Yes.
You had the chicken and potatoes.
You're like, I don't remember this meal at all.
No. I knew mine was a chicken sandwich,
Yeah,
and
they're-
yours was chicken and potatoes, I think.
Yes.
Yes. But look how cool those potatoes are.
Yes.
Aren't they interesting?
If you're ever wondering what a great American food is, just pause for a second and wonder if it's all actually German. By the way, the pretzels were good too.
Oh, right. We
So,
forgot to take pictures of the
This
pretzels.
was in the station. We're back inside
Oh,
the station.
right,
There's
yes.
an actual full food court. And we got different things from the food court. Yeah.
So chicken sandwich, fried chicken sandwich.
This is...
Yeah.
We're at different places, but this is all next to that, right next to the docks. See, this is what happens when I make it. It's not in any logical order. You're like, oh, usually you have some logic. I'm like, yeah, usually Julia makes these. And I was like, hey, I can make them too. And so now it's just chaos, right? So beautiful. There's a playground in one of the pictures. There's these gorgeous trees that look like they're going to thump you if you like Harry Potter, or they're going to start walking if you're into Lord of the Rings. either way, don't cut them down or they'll kill you.
They were really cool.
Yeah,
they were really cool. It felt like walking in a wonderland. Walking
it's
through
pretty
it.
magical.
It was really awesome.
And it was cold there.
It was nice and cold. And that's
the last slide.
That was the last slide.
I don't know why there was another slide. Ignore that. So there is more Frankfurt.
There is more. There's a museum coming
There
up.
is a museum. We may have named it a few times.
Yes.
There will be a test afterwards. And anyway, till next time, everyone.
Till next time.
Doot, doot.